Good evening. Welcome to Munchi B Talks Politics. I am Munchi B. Now, this evening on our program, we will discuss the $45 million road rehabilitation program, otherwise known as the Spark program. So please share the live, tap the screen, like up the page, everything, and we're gonna start. Just share the live so others can know that we are here and we can start. Keisha, good evening. Are you hearing me? Let me know if you're hearing me, Keisha, cause the mic. I'm trying with the mic again, guys. And I have another one a chart, so hopefully we can hear each other tonight. Thank you for coming, Keisha. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please share the live, guys. Good evening. This evening, we're going to be discussing the government road rehabilitation program, the Spark program. So, like, share, tap up the screen, and we let us start in the next 30 seconds, okay? All right. Ooh, 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 ooh. Good evening, Nicole. Share the live, please, so the others can know that I am here. I am trying to start on time because, as I said before last night, I am having some internet problems, some mic problem, all type of issue. But I'm gonna bear it out. I'm gonna all out and get it things fixed, and we're gonna have a very, very good program going forward. So yeah, good night, Anne Marie. Please share the live so the others can know that I am here. Chief of Staff, good evening. Guys, did you watch the parliament today? How many of you how many of you guys tune into the parliament this evening? Because guys don't need to watch what is going on in the country. Tune into the parliament and listen what is going on in our country because we cannot depend on the mainstream media or the propagandists over YouTube to tell us what is going on in our country. Good night, D Nut. So how many of you tune into the parliament today? If you did not tune in, please watch it tonight. Why don't I get ready for going to bed? Instead of watching a movie on Netflix, tune into the parliament and listen what took place in our country today. So guys, me not hesitate to start. Let's start. So today in our parliament, our prime minister made two presentations, but I'm gonna focus on the presentation about the state of our roads in our country. So guys wanna know me I go summarize. Normally me just jot down things and then me just give my opinion. That's all my work. Me just jot down things, give my opinion. If you don't want to hear word for word verbatim what the Prime Minister said, go on YouTube, type in PBCJ and listen to what the Prime Minister said in his presentation. Now, today the Prime Minister, as I said before, was on his feet. He made two presentations. The Prime Minister spoke about the conditions of our road in our country. Now, the Prime Minister remind the people of Jamaica that the conditions of the road are no fault of the government. Because sometimes we see some Jamaican people and some propagandists and some problem people make video and pretend and act as if Andrew Holness caused a pothole or Andrew Holness do this and that to the road. So the Prime Minister made the presentation today. He reminded the people of Jamaica that the conditions of our roads are no fault of the government. It is because of climate change and because of the People's National Party. Let me repeat that. Our Prime Minister today remind the people of Jamaica that the not hear me now? What about now? Anne Marie, good evening. Yes, so yeah, hear me now? You should be hearing me now because the light is on. So due to the rain, due to the record amount of rain that we had in 2024, and even Comrade Mia Matley came to Jamaica. The PNP invited Comrade Mia Matley to Jamaica to speak about Norma and Michael Manley, and she used her presentation to talk about climate change. As a matter of fact, Mia Matley changed from the word climate change and call it climate crisis. You guys can go on the PNP page. I don't know where I'm going to find that, you know, to be honest, and listen to the presentation from Mia Matley about the condition of the roads in her country, and the reason for it is because of climate crisis and everything. So everybody agree, including Philip Palwell, Comrade Mia Matley, that due to the rain, the record amount of rain that fell in our country last year, the roads they mash up and the road deteriorate. That is the fact. Now, you know, our Prime Minister already, guys, our Prime Minister is very detail oriented. When it comes to our Prime Minister, when he's going to make a presentation, the Prime Minister go down in it. He'll go from the past and he'll go build up in points. So the Prime Minister remind the country that from 1950s, when the roads in Jamaica, most of the roads in Jamaica were built in 1950s. And the Prime Minister remind the people of Jamaica that during the 70s, during the PNP time, the roads weren't being maintained when the PNP, when Michael Manley was in power, because we all know that Michael Manley wasn't about fixing all road. Michael Manley was about becoming a communist. And in the 80s, right through the 90s, under Percival, the roads weren't being maintained. And today Jamaica have pothole. From me born, Jamaican roads are have pothole, and Jamaican people are protest on a black road because they want a road fix. As a matter of fact, and now Jamaican people really and truly stop black roads, because during the Percival time when I was growing up, every day or every other day when you turn on TVJ News, you see people a black road and I say we want road and we want road. So the Prime Minister reminded the House today about the state of our roads and the condition that our roads were in from day one. Now, our Prime Minister, as usual, remind the people about the road maintenance fund. Now, a lot of us that went to school in the 90s and the early 2000s, some of us weren't paying attention, with what was going on in our country. Because remember, PJ, it mashed up the country so much. So the country was in a state of depression. We wasn't really paying attention to the policies and the things that the PNP were going on in the parliament. So in 2002, the People's National Party established a fund called the Road Maintenance Fund. The purpose of that fund was to maintain the roads in our country. Now, remember me saying that 2002. In 2003, the then Pickers Guild told the people of Jamaica that Jamaica will be pothole free in 2003, because they remember then start the road maintenance fund. So according to them, the trick where they give Jamaican people in order to tax the country, because it was a tax being implemented on the people of Jamaica so that they can put it in a fund. So then, according to the PNP, it was supposed to rehabilitate the road and we're going to be pothole free by 2003. Now, based on my knowledge and based on what I read, the PNP never really maintained no road between 2003 and 2007. Like less than 1% of the roads in Jamaica were maintained with the fund. Instead, the PNP, the then PNP, used the money earmarked to fix the road to do something else, more some oil fund or what, according to the Prime Minister, that money was moved to do something else, not maintaining the roads, and the roads were left unmanaged by the People's National Party. So when you hear a person like Mark Golding going on a political platform and telling the people of Jamaica that under the PNP they had a fund to maintain the road. You guys can go back, go check, and go back, go do no research. The PNP did not use the fund to do anything. No, the PNP during Percival time we had the Old Harbor bypass, and based on my research, that was a loan from the Kuwaiti government. And at that time, when we took that loan from the Kuwaiti government, we had the road maintenance fund. So instead of using the money that that the PNP was taxing us, the poor people, the PNP then go and borrow loan to build the Old Harbor bypass. The other road, the North Coast Highway, another road again, when Mr. MarkGolding standing in the parliament and was speaking about. That road was not built by the road maintenance fund or no money that the PNP get from the taxpayer. The PNP went again and borrow money again to build that road, and the money that was supposed to build that road, the PNP, by the time they start to build the road, 10 years after, the money ballooned to $21 billion. I mean, it was first 15 billion. And by the 10 years time, the money reached to 21 billion under the People's National Party, and the roads was not finished. So when you hear Mark Jefferson Golding stand up in the parliament and trying to tell the government of Jamaica that, oh, the road, it was the Jamaican government deliberately sabotaged the people of Jamaica and did not build, that is a lie. That is a lie, because based on our knowledge and based on the people who grew up in a PNP time, we know that the PNP did not build, rehabilitate any road with that money that they collected from us. As a matter of fact, that money that the PNP collected from us, when the Andrew Holness government, when Andrew Holness won when administration won in 2015, there was no money in that road maintenance fund. They never built no road. They never rehabilitate no road, and then depleted the funds before we took office in 2016. So now, as I was said before, the Prime Minister stood in the parliament and he reminded the people of Jamaica where we're coming from and where we are now. Where we are now, the government of Jamaica under Andrew Michael Holness earmarked $45 billion to rehabilitate our roads. And under the Spark program, and just PNP road and JLP road, every road, including private roads that the government not supposed to have fixed in the first place. Because me hear MarkGolding, guys, stand up in a parliament and say, even though it's not the government's duty to fix private road and scheme road, the government should still fix them because the people of Jamaica is calling on them to be fixed. I don't understand, because under the People's National Party, under Percival Noel James Patterson, they did not fix any private roads. But anyway, Andrew Holness, our Prime Minister, that is the Prime Minister for everybody, and understand the situation as it relates to the roads in our country. Of course, the Prime Minister is going to fix as much road as possible. So the Prime Minister, as I said before, under the Spark program, which already started, because another thing, the PNP MP aim to distract, aim to mislead the people of Jamaica, stood in our parliament today and trying to say that no roads in the PNP constituencies are being fixed. But the Prime Minister reminded them again, oh, guys, as a matter of fact, our Prime Minister was on fire today in the Parliament. Go back and watch the presentation from our Prime Minister today in the Parliament. Our Prime Minister was on fire. And the Prime Minister told MarkGolding and the PNP that right in Philip Parwell constituency, roads are being fixed as we speak. Right out in Harborview, where the former MP, Oliver Clew, roads are being fixed. So roads are fixed all over Jamaica. It's not a situation where the Jamaica Labour Party is only fixing roads in our constituencies. And all this park program are set up, every MP supposed to go into their constituency, consult with their constituents, list the roads with the worst condition, set up them paperwork and put it into the relevant authorities for the road to be fixed. So if you don't see roads down Angela Brownburg now fixed, is because she nah do our work. If you not see road, don't a Marky G not fix, is because Marky G is not doing his work and putting in the proper paperwork and applying to the system so that his road can be fixed. It's not about politics. Andrew Holness government fix the economy, pay down the debt, and now we have money to fix the road and we don't have to go borrow no loan. Under the People's National Party, under Percival, we couldn't fix no road. There was no money to build the roads, no money to maintain any road, and the one fund where the PNP start taxing the people of Jamaica to fix the road, they didn't fix any road. They did not fix any road. And I realized something, guys. I don't know if you don't realize this. I realize that the People's National Party is trying to campaign on the conditions of our road in our country. Because when you hear MarkGolding saying climate change is not the reason why the roads not fixed and rain always a fall in Jamaica, you prepare yourself for what is coming. We can prepare ourselves for the narrative that will come from the People's National Party. Because we see this before. We know the game what them a play. Because MarkGolding even went as far as to say the people of Jamaica will vote you out because of the condition of the roads. According to MarkGolding. I don't know where he get that from. Because the people in the jungle has been voting for him now for almost 3 consecutive terms and he not give them a road. Him not give them a running water. Him not give them electricity. Them a fall off a stairs round there and they still a vote for him. So I don't know who give him this authority to be saying that the people of Jamaica is going to vote out Andrew Holness because Andrew Holness don't fix the road. But guys, we already know that the People's National Party will campaign on these things in order to win the election. That's why I said to the MPs and the labor rights that is on the ground, every day when you go out in the highways and byways, you have to talk to the people. The people just need to know the facts, and the people, and you just need to put it in front of them. You just need to explain to the people the situation that we are in, the process, how far the process reach, and in truth and in fact, guys, we cannot fix all the roads one time, as Iona say right there. We cannot. It is impossible. We have to start from the roads that first of all, we have to start from the main roads and the roads that are in the worst condition and build our and fix our way up. And I trust the Andrew Holness government because since 2015, this Andrew Holness government has fixed and rehabilitated more roads than any PNP government since 1962. And that is a fact. So I trust the Andrew Holness government to fix the roads, rehabilitate the road, and fix the problem that Jamaican people are having as it relates to the road. Me trust Andrew Holness. Now, guys, another issue. I'm going to go back to the Spark program. But I have another issue. Isaac Buchanan, the candidate in Portland that is trying to win the seat on East Portland. Now, we all know that East Portland was a safe seat according to the PNP. Remember, Peter Phillips said East Rural a PNP seat. Remember when the PNP MP died and he went there and he said East Portland is PNP seat. Now, guys, based on the utterance from from Peter Phillips, which is a PNP seat, that means that seat has been voting for the People's National Party for years. I don't really know the proper amount of time, but based on what Peter Phillips said, a PNP seat. No. Mrs. Vaz won that seat in a by-election in 2018, I think, and then she won again in 2020. Mrs. Vaz has been in the Member of Parliament in that seat for less than 6 years. Less than 6 years. I want to say maybe 4 years. And to the amount of work that Mrs. Vaz is doing in that seat, that PNP seat, according to Peter Phillips, to the amount of roads where Mrs. Vaz fixed, the amount of community that she gave water to, provide water tanks, help with help farmers, help small business owners, How is it now you have this man Isaac Buchanan now coming to try to win the seat? Gone on at the Portland police station, gone wait up himself and I make video and I talk about the police station, the police roof one fix. Why God never send Wally Parana make him wash way? Uno see say the PNP don't have anything to offer the people of Jamaica. Guys, uno see say Isaac Buchanan have nothing to campaign on in Portland. Absolutely nothing. Now, tell, correct me if I'm wrong, but is it the job of the member of parliament to fix the police station in Portland? One bright Labour writer comrade, could you please tell me if it is the job of the member of parliament to fix the police station in Portland? You know, unless it's Isaac Buchanan have no plans. Isaac Buchanan have no policy. Isaac Buchanan have nothing to campaign on in East Portland because Mrs. Bars tie up every end. Mrs. Bars have her feet on the ground and her finger on the pulse of the East Portland people. So he's just around there grasping at straws. It is widely documented that money is already allocated to fix the police station in Portland. So I don't know where Isaac Buchanan coming from now because he don't have anything to campaign on, Steve. Absolutely nothing. Because when it comes to road, Mrs. Vaz is on the ball. When it comes to farmers, Mrs. Vaz is on the ball. Back to school, help out in primary, high school, school bus for children, Mrs. Vaz is on the ball. Water, Mrs. Vaz is on the. So because Isaac is caught between a rock and a hard place, he run down on a police station down with up himself and I make video. Eh? Isaac Buchanan, we not come back at Kingston. Why Isaac Buchanan? Why you not stop make a fool of yourself on a Portland, Papa? Hmm? Why you not stop make a fool of yourself on a Portland? Eh? You're just seeking relevance where there is none. There is absolutely nothing for you to campaign on in East Portland. Give up. Give up. Throw in the towel, Isaac. There is nothing for you to campaign against in East Portland. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So you run down on the police station and make video for what? What does that mean? And a Mrs. Vaz a fixed police station. That's on Mrs. Vaz duty. You know, Isaac, you're trying to become a member of parliament. So one would think you would know the duty or the role of a member of parliament. The role of a member of parliament is to draft legislation in our parliament. That is the role. The role of Mrs. Vaz is not to fix police station. Yes, she can advocate for it to fix. But the government of Jamaica under Andrew Holness already know that police station need rehabilitation and it is on the list. This Andrew Holness government has rehabilitated and built more police station. Over 300 police station built and renovated by Andrew Michael Holness government and Dr. Chang. So you don't need to waste your time and go down there, Papa. I saw another video and another article in the paper where you're giving away tablets to PNP children. Stick to that. Stick to that. That is good. That is a good initiative. Because me you know you're not really give the labor right picking them none. So if you walk door to door, if you're walking door to door and house to house, and you see where some PNP children are in need of tablets, that's good. That's a very good initiative. Stick to that. Because there is absolutely nothing else you can do for the people of East Portland. Because Mrs. Bars already walked the highway and the byway and she's looking after the people of East Portland. So the few little PNP people we are having at the patch there, we tell us that they need some tablets, that's fine. But leave government work to real government people. Leave constituency business to the member of parliament. Because you're not relevant. You're not get. Isat, I put it to you tonight, Isat, that when Dr. Type 2 error, when Dr. General Secretary Type 2 error come back on a Portland and do the sounding on the ground, you're going to still be trailing Mrs. Vaz. Bet you. I put it to you tonight, Isaac Buchanan, that when Gensec Type 2 error come back on a East Portland and do the polls against you with you and Mrs. Vaz, you will still be trailing Mrs. Vaz. I put it to you. You're not getting no traction around the Isaac. Come round. Pack up your bag and come round, Isaac. You're not cutting the dash round there. And when Comrade Gensa come back, Gen 6 come round the next month. You are all I know Isaac run a Portland, guys. All I know Isaac run a Portland. Anybody can type in the chat and tell me how long now since Isaac run a Portland. Because he run there about 3 months now, don't it? So as soon time now for the Gen 6 do one fight, one sounding, you know. He's around there about 3 months now, you know, Courtney. It's about time, right about between now and March, the Gen Sec go on a East Portland, go do one sounding on the ground. And I put it to you tonight, Isaac Buchanan, you will still be trailing Mrs. Vaz in the polls. You're not cutting a dash round it. You're not cutting no dash round there. No amount of political stunt. No amount of video where you make and act a fool of yourself. The people of East Portland will stick with the person who there on the ground with them. The people of East Portland want a member of parliament who they know where she live, they know what she's about, they can call on her when the road broke way, they can call on her when they don't have no water, they can call on her when the JPS pole drop down, and they can call on her when back to school and they need a little help and then pick they go to school. The people of East Portland not know where to find you in a town. The people of East Portland don't know where to find you in Kingston, Isaac Buchanan. So you are wasting your time in East Portland. And no amount of video where you make and put to your Facebook page is not going to help you. You are wasting your time. Okay? Next on the agenda, guys. Trevor Monroe. Guys, who exonerated Trevor Monroe? Anybody know? Who exonerated Trevor Monroe? Now, I don't understand how these washed up, redundant PNP people under the umbrella, under the disguise of civil society group. I don't know who them are trying to fool. I don't know who Trevor Monroe is trying to fool. Because history is not kind to Trevor Monroe. History is not kind to Trevor Monroe. So I don't know what is this about with Trevor Monroe, but I don't know who wake him up out of slumber. I have not heard from Trevor Monroe read the $1 billion missing from the PNP-led municipality. I have not heard from Trevor Monroe read the 3-story building that was built by the PNP councillor in Kingston. I have not heard from Trevor Monroe read the 15 million hush money scandal, the sales of Senate seat and government position and government board. I have not heard from Trevor Monroe. So Trevor Monroe, you have no credibility. You have no morals to be saying anything at all to anybody at all. Absolutely none. Who exonerated you? Nobody in this country taking you serious, Trevor Monroe. And you cannot give any instruction to nobody in the Andrew Holness-led administration. Nobody in the Andrew Holness-led administration will not even dignify your statement with an answer. That's how much we value you. That's how much we value your statement. The government of Jamaica will not even dignify that with an answer. You have no credibility. You, Trevor Monroe, has no credibility, no morals to be telling no government member to do absolutely nothing. We don't want to hear nothing from you. Who exonerated you? Who exonerated you, Trevor Monroe? Eh? Who are you? Is this the same Trevor Monroe from Manly Days? Is this the same Trevor Monroe from Grenada Days? Is this the same Trevor Monroe from Cuba Days? Who exonerated you? Who exonerated you, Trevor Monroe? You need to go back in your dungeon from whence you came. Go back into hiding, Trevor Monroe. Go back from whence you came. Nobody's listening to you. Nobody's taking you serious. You have no moral authority to be telling anybody in the government to do nothing. As much as Delroy Chuck never making point clear and in my opinion he misspoke. You know, you can't walk in a Trevor Monroe shoe when it comes to credibility. You cannot walk in a Trevor Man. You cannot walk in a Delroy Chuck shoes when it comes to morals and values and attitude. You cannot. When you type in Delroy Chuck name in a Google, you don't see nothing incriminating beside him name. When you type in Delroy Chuck in a name in a Google, you don't see nothing damaging beside his name. Delroy Chuck is a man with credibility, a man with good morals and standing in our country, a very respected gentleman. We cannot say the same about you. We cannot say the same about you, Trevor. We cannot. Who is this man? Who is this tough ballot box man? Who is this man coming to the people of Jamaica? Trevor, you see, the idea that you had earlier to put Daniel Archer at the front of NIA, even though we already see she, in our opinion, she is one-sided and political and talking on behalf of the PNP, at least she can stay. With she at the front, when we get more funding. And oh, by the way, speaking of funding, Trevor and Daniel and Jamaicans for Junta, President Trump all international aid and international funding to every agency, international agency. So for the Jamaicans for Junta, the No Integrity Act and the rest of them jump and all over the place agency who every single day set out to undermine, criticize, alienate and sabotage the government of Jamaica, all in the air to get public funding. You guys will get no funding from President Donald J. Trump. Let me repeat that. To the jump crew, the No Integrity crew, the Jamaicans for Junta, the No Credibility civil society group, who every single day get up, criticize, undermine, sabotage, alienate, campaign for criminals under the disguise of civil society group, all in the air to get fund from EU and from US and all over. There will be no funding coming from President Trump in the near future. President Trump said not $1 more. So Continue upon the same part one of the pan. There's a new sheriff in town. There's a new sheriff in town. And President Trump said to all the civil society groups that is only there to undermine and sabotage the government, the duly elected government, all in the just putting Funo party in a power. Politically motivated civil society group. Only nobody write no letter to President Trump. Do not send any letter to President Trump under the disguise of civil society group, because President Trump said not a dollar more. No international funding. None at all. And wait, it even clearer, Camille. President Trump not only say none, him pull US from the United Nations. And that is where the bulk of fund come from for the non-integrity civil society groups. And the bulk of the fund come from the United States of America. And President Trump said, not a dollar more. Every dollar you smash up under President Trump. Every dollar you smash up under President Trump. Not a dollar more to UN. Thank you, President Trump. Because they create more harm than good. You have a group named the Jamaicans for Junta. They just supporting, in my opinion, they just support criminals. That's all them do. Everything the police do is a problem. That's why we, the well-thinking people of Jamaica, standing with the commissioner of police to say, once you raise a gun after any member of the JCF, shoot first and ask question later. Once they put themselves in front of any member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force and rise the machine, shoot first and ask question later. Thank you, Commissioner Blake. A long time we want one commissioner. We're going to stand up for the people of Jamaica. A long time we want one commissioner and a security minister. We're going to put law and order first. A long time we want a commissioner. We're going to tell the gunman, say we're not afraid of one. If we don't step to we will win. And we must win. Thank you, Commissioner Blake. And we, the well-thinking, law-abiding citizens of Jamaica, we are standing with you, Commissioner Blake. Do not listen to the Jamaicans for Junta. Don't listen to them. All them want is just funding from UN. That's all them want. You never see them come out when a police get shot yet. You never see them come out when a police dead yet. But anytime the police send a criminal and a criminal element and a dirty kind of boy to them make, you see them run come out. Too much people are dead. What do you mean? What is the alternative? What is the alternative? So let me ask the Jamaican for Junta something, guys. Don't help me ask them this. So you prefer the police them fear dead? Do you prefer the police to be dying instead of the criminal dirty kind of boy them? The government of Jamaica under Andrew Michael Holness has invested almost $1 trillion in the Jamaica Constabulary Force and the security of our country. And you are telling me, say, you don't prefer the police them dead than the dirty kind of boy them? You not crazy. We support you, Commissioner. And by the way, guys, we will not allow the PNP and the no credibility civil society group to run Commissioner Blake out of his position and out of this country, like what they did to the where they had them Mr. Bailey. We will not allow, let me repeat that, because you know sometimes I get heated and emotional. The well-thinking people of Jamaica, the law-abiding citizens of Jamaica will not allow the non-integrity civil society groups and the people's no progressive party to run Commissioner Blake out of the country like how they run Commissioner Anderson and Detective Bailey out of the country. We will not allow no. Because we are the PNP, non-progressive party, and the no credibility civil society group can tear down the JCF and cause people like Detective Bailey to no one extend in contract and leave and gone Turks and Caicos, and cause Commissioner Anderson to never extend his contract. We will not allow you guys to do this to Commissioner Blake. Commissioner Blake, the well-thinking people of Jamaica, we stand with you, sir, and we thank you for your service. We are standing with you, Commissioner, and we thank you for your service. And we like the statement we have sent to the dirty corner boy and to the Jamaican far juntas. Prefer to bury, the state prefer to bury the dirty corner boy than bury a police officer. So thank you, Commissioner. Thank you very much. We're standing with you. That is the reason why the Jamaica Labour Party government invests all this money in the security of our country. Now we are reaping the benefits and we are reaping the rewards. And we will not be distracted and daunted by the non-progressive party and the civil society group clamoring for overseas fund. We will not be distracted. And guys, look out for them, guys. Look out for them because they're going to start talk louder. Look out for the civil society groups now because you see words like how President Trump drew up the fund. Them have to go try get the fund from somewhere else. So listen out for them. That's where you see that all dilapidated, washed up all one day, come out and sleep and come and talk, I call Chuck name in my mouth. A funding them a look. They are looking for fund. Remember one Ambassador Tapia? Who remember Ambassador Tapia's interview for Nationwide? Who remember that interview with Ambassador Tapia and Cliff Hughes? When Ambassador Tapia told Cliff Hughes that when they asked Trevor Monroe for the proof that Jamaica Labour Party government is corrupt, he can't give them no proof. Look here now, Trevor. Look here now, Trevor Monroe. Go back in your sleep, Papa. Go back in your slumber. The Jamaica Labour Party has moved Jamaica, the country of Jamaica, away from the PNP, away from the likes of you. Ambassador Tapia said, when they asked Trevor Monroe and his crew, give us the evidence of the said corruption from the Andrew Holness administration, they gave them none. And that is how the PNP used to operate under Percival. They cook up dossier and false file and send it all over to international country to undermine and sabotage the duly elected government. That's why I thank President Trump for telling him, say, not a dollar more. Not more. President Trump said the United States under his government is not in the business to destabilize country. The Uncle President Trump said under his watch, the United States will not destabilize countries. Thank you, President Trump. Because that is what the PNP want. That is what the PNP want when they sign the secret MOU. That is what the PNP want when they send fake news and fake file to the US Embassy. So thank you, President Trump. Thank you very much. And speaking of that, you have some artists in Jamaica who can't get no visa. I mean, I don't know if they don't make the connection yet. Under which government they lost the visa and because of what? Some of these artists in Jamaica need to go back and listen to Tapia's interview. Some of these artists in Jamaica that don't have any visa and can't get no visa, they need to go back and listen to the interview with one ambassador Tapia and Cliff Hughes, and they will find out what happened to them visa and why them name up a US embassy. Because under the People's National Party, the PNP was doing every and anything to hold on to state power. Any and everything, especially when a Democrat in a government over America. I'm not afraid to say that. I mean, a lot of labor right. A lot of labor right is on the fence with the Republican Party. I mean, understand. But I put it to you, labor right. When the Democrat is in government in the US, they are aligned to the PNP. And majority of the time, the PNP use them links and who them know to undermine and sabotage the Jamaica Labour Party. That is why Peter Phillips was able to sign that secret MOU and no one knew about it. That is why the Jamaica Labour, the MOU was signed under the PNP and no one knew about it. It couldn't happen under Trump. It couldn't happen under Tapia because they are asked to give us some proof or some evidence. You can't just go in and destabilize country like that. That is why President Trump signed the executive order last night. No more money will be coming to any civil society groups in Jamaica to undermine, sabotage, and criticize the duly elected Jamaica Labour Party government. I thank you, President Trump. Thank you very much. So when you have a no credibility person like Trevor Monroe putting out statements talking about Delroy Chuck should, I don't even listen to him, to be honest. I don't know if he say apologize or resign. I don't even listen. From me here, they say Trevor Monroe me clock out, to be honest. And when you say, guys, I don't even hear if him say apologize or explain. Delroy Chuck already explained and apologized. And that is good enough. Delroy Chuck already explained and apologized. Mark Jefferson Golding has not apologized to the people of Jamaica for putting chain around a black man's neck. Mark Jefferson Golding has not apologized to the people of Jamaica for putting a chain around a black man's neck. Mark Jefferson Golding has not apologized to the people of Jamaica for telling us that he was not a British citizen when he was. Mark Golding has not apologized to the people of Jamaica for Finsack and the sweetheart deal given to DBNG, a company of which he was a part of. So you know, you just Trevor. Trust me. Just leave Delroy Chuck alone. Okay? Delroy Chuck is going nowhere. Delroy Chuck has served this country well, with dignity and with honor and with grace. And we, the people of Jamaica and the well-thinking people of Jamaica and the member of Jamaica Labour Party, just make you know from tonight. You know, make no sense to put out no more statement because Delroy Chuck is not going anywhere and he no need to put out no more statement. He already apologized and we accept it. Okay? Thank you very much. All right. So guys, I saw somebody in the chat say I must talk. I already spoke about the Spark program, you know. I already spoke about the Spark program at the start of my life, talking about how the PNP is trying to politicize the Spark program as usual because they don't have any plans and they don't have any policies. And how MarkGolding is trying to tell the people of Jamaica that is not climate change is the reason why the rain fall and the road they mash up is because of JLP. And how MarkGolding is reminding the people of Jamaica that the People's National Party started the road maintenance fund to maintain the road, but they didn't maintain any roads because according to them, Jamaica should have been pothole free by 2003 and Jamaica was not pothole free by 2003. Maybe they talk about the Spark program and a lot of member I saw in MP Kerencia's constituency, roads are being fixed and rehabilitated. In Brother Crawford constituency, road are fixed. In Michelle Charles, road are fixed. In Philip Parwell, road are fixed. In Peter Phillips, road are fixed. So I don't know what MarkGolding is talking about. Roads are being fixed right across the country. Tover Hamilton, roads are being fixed. And we cannot fix all the roads at the same time. And if as the Prime Minister said, if the PNP was maintaining the road under the 18.5 years of Percival, then it would be so hard now to fix the roads. If the PNP was fixing the road during the 18.5 years of Percival, then the roads would have been, right now we only would have patch road. As it is now under the Spark program, the government have to dig up road, put in proper water, put in drainage and put in proper pipes, and then resurface the road. Because from 1950, according to the Prime Minister, that has not been done. Because the fund that the PNP collected from the people of Jamaica to fix the road, they never use it to fix the road. We don't know what they do with it. We don't know. So right now we're starting from scratch with the road. We're trying to start from scratch. We have no choice. And guys, one more thing. The PNP, me have to tell you these things, guys. So you can look out for them. And you can do your own research. You can depend on me. Because sometimes I don't remember everything. And sometimes I mix up some things because I don't know I'm not perfect. So here's another thought. And here's another thing I want the labor right them to do no research pan. So you can have the proper information. So when you hear the PNP and the PNP platform talking about this false narrative and this false information, here is the facts. Now, the PNP under MarkGolding and one Michael Lazy Phillips is trying to spin the narrative that the money that the government is using to rehabilitate the road under the Spark program is a loan. The PNP is telling the people of Jamaica that the money that the government is using under the Spark program is the money that they got from the privatization or from the outer airport. The money that we're going to get from them. Forward, we don't get the money yet, but they're saying that we already have spent the money before we get it. That is what PNP is claiming, The party have tax. The PNP party who get a loan from the Kuwaiti government to build the Old Harbour bypass, take that money and do what they want to do, and build the road and then turn around and we the people of Jamaica have to pay back for the loan when the loan never use and build the bypass. That's the same party, The PNP party that got a loan from the Kuwaiti government to build, me no know if a loan I was a gift, to be honest, from the Kuwaiti government to build the bypass, and then turn around and spend up that money, and then we the people of Jamaica still have to be paying back for the road where they get money for bill. That's the PNP government is now coming to tell the people of Jamaica that the money that the Jamaica Labour Party is using to build this under the Spark program is money where we get from airport, and we are spending it already before we even get it. Now, guys, we want to know if you do no research. I need you guys to do no research so you can have the talking points and the facts. So when you hear Marky G and the PNP on political platform, you need to mash down that lie. And another thing, the PNP is saying that it was Portia Sims government that fixed the economy and set the government on the path to collect more revenue so we can have money for work using the economy. Lie again. Lies again. The PNP under Percival Noel James Pattison ballooned the debt. The debt to GDP was almost 200 under PNP. So I don't know which fiscal constraint Marky G is talking about. When Bruce Gordon won the election, there was no money in the coffers to pay public sector workers. When Bruce Gordon won the election, there was no money in the reserves. So I don't know why MarkGolding and the PNP skipped 2007 and reached 2012. So my question to MarkGolding and the PNP, 2007 no come before 2012. How did we get to 2012, MarkGolding? We have to remember where we're coming from for us to appreciate where we are. We have to remember what the Bruce Golding government inherited from Percival and Omar and MarkGolding in 2007. There was no money to do nothing. So when you hear MarkGolding stand up in a parliament and talk about the fiscal responsibility of the PNP, why we have money to fix roads, now lie. When you hear MarkGolding stand up in the parliament and speaking about fiscal responsibility of the PNP, why we have collect so much revenues, not true. And we need to push back on these things. We need to push back on these things. There was no money in 2007 to pay our public sector workers. At one point in time, the government have to be asking private sector to pay public sector workers. And when Alisha went to IMF, the first thing the IMF told Alisha to do is to cut the public sector. That's the first thing. Cut it in half and send one some because it is too big. Alisha didn't do it. Against his better judgment, he didn't do it. But that was the first thing they told him to do because there was no money. So when you hear MarkGolding, guys, go on a political platform. Or when you see stand up in the parliament and I make it look like say it is the PNP policies. When you hear MarkGolding pretending like we're operating under PNP policies, and I love how the Prime Minister push back today, hard and very decisive, and that is what we want to hear from the Jamaica Labour Party. We need to push back. We need to put the facts out there for the Jamaican people, for the person that were born in 2007 and 2008 and up to now. Put it out there so that they can read it for themselves. We can't think everybody know. We cannot think that everybody know. Say, well, people know. Because some people really don't know. People really don't know. So when that Bruce Golding inherited a crisis, a country in crisis, that is what Bruce Golding inherited in 2007. And of course, Bruce Golding tried to steady the ship. Of course, Bruce Golding tried. But we all know that Bruce Golding was getting fight from every single area of government. Every single area of government, Bruce Golding was getting fight from. You have the public sector workers then that was PNP undermining and sabotaging him. You have the private sector was mostly PNP undermining and sabotaging him. So it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. And it is very much documented how the nurses sabotage the IMF program. The PNP nurse one, the late Dr. Enid Allwood, who we will never forget that nurse Allwood, what she did to set back the country, in my opinion. No one her family come sue me. In my opinion, we will never forget what she did. And that is the reason why the Jamaica Labour Party under Bruce Golding could not pass any IMF test. That is the truth. And when Sister P was running for the election in 2011, she said when she win the election, she will go back to the IMF to try to get a loan. She did not. She waited 18 months and depleted every single dollar that Jamaica had in our savings and made it worse. So when you hear MarkGolding stand up in the parliament and mislead, when you hear MarkGolding stand up on a political platform and mislead, guys, we need to push back. We need to push back and speak to the people of Jamaica. We need to get a face-to-face approach. This approach that we have to just send out statement and just talk on a topic Sunday and done. It is not good enough. It is not good enough. Because one thing with the PNP, the PNP go about and spread them propagandas and their lies all through the highways and byways, day after day, night after night. And the sad thing about it is that the PNP really believe the narrative, The People's National Party really believe say them fix the economy. I'm telling you. The People's National Party really believe that they should get credit for fixing the economy, even though there would be nothing to fix at PJ and Omar not mash up the system and break and mash up the economy and balloon the debt. There would be nothing to fix. But them believe that. And it is for us, no matter how you feel like say, that let me tell you something, guys. I don't realize how me stay. Every night me come here, I'm repeat the same thing. No matter what me start with, before me end, me I go back in at the same topic. That is what the PNP them never like with me. That is what the PNP blogger them don't like with me, and they hate me and they gang up on me. Because it's a one thing with me I stick to my talking points. Me not rest. Me talk until they tired of me. Because they need to know that the PNP under Percival and Omar Davis ballooned the debt, wrecked the economy, mash up the government system, mash up the government agency, and brought the country to its knees. Yes, JM. One thing every night when you come here, you hear the same thing. I am going to keep repeating it because it is important. I mean, no inbox me and say, oh, Munchibi, me can't say I like President Trump. No, me not like President Trump, but I respect him. You know why? For 3 years, President Trump went to the 52 states of America and he repeated the same script, and that is the script that put him in the White House today. So the door bet against that. That is the script that put President Trump in the White House today. So we have to stick with it. And no matter, oh well, people know already. You mean Jamaican people must see what the government do? Jamaican people must see what the government do. No. You don't take nothing out of way to remind and explain and educate them. Absolutely nothing. And when you have the PNP trying to take credit for the economy, we have to really put a foot down. We have to put our foot down. When you hear the PNP trying to take credit for the economy that was built under Andrew Michael Holness and Dr. Clark, we have to put our foot down and say enough is enough. When we have the PNP trying to take credit for the economy that was built and the savings and the fiscal responsibility by Andrew Holness and Dr. Clark, we have to take it serious. We have to take it serious. We have to. So guys, in closing, right where me start from, the Spark program, the $40 billion Spark program is in high gear. The 40 billion Spark program, implemented and funded by the people of Jamaica under the administration of Dr. the Honorable Michael Andrew Holness, is in full swing. Roads are being fixed, roads are being rehabilitated, and we see where our tax dollars are working for us. The PNP has no plans. The People's National Party has no plans for the people of Jamaica. So they are campaigning and propaganda and lies and little pea and little, low hanging fruit where the Jamaican people, because know we're not perfect. That is what they are campaigning on. That is it. They don't have no plans. According to Damien Crawford, they not tell we no more plans because they don't have no more to tell. But we can see the work being done. The work that is being done by the Andrew Holness government. And as I said before, go back and go watch the presentation from the Prime Minister today. Record it. Post it on the social media. Send it to a family member overseas. And spread it. Spread it. We cannot depend on the mainstream media to put out our information. We have to do it ourselves. We have to. And for the communities and the areas, we not see the Spark program train it, and is not being touched by the Spark program yet. Everything can fix one time, but the Spark program is out and about, and it is implemented, and things are going. Speak to a member of parliament. Speak to a member of parliament. Ask them about on the road. Ask them how far it reach. Ask them about anything. That is what they're there for. And the website is there as well. When you can go on the website and you can look on a constituency and look how many roads in our constituencies are slated to be fixed under the Spark program, and you can see the roads. Don't make the PNP led by MarkGolding distract you guys. Don't allow the PNP to tell you that nothing now go on the road now fix and the government this and that. Do your own research. Do your own research. Because based on the history of the People's National Party, the PNP has not built not one road or highway with our tax dollar. This is the first time in history that our tax dollars are being spent for something good in our country. This is the first time in history we can look on a particular road and say, yes, this is what my tax money do. This is the first time since independence a government is spending our money the right and proper way. We cannot allow the PNP to spread false news and false narrative and mislead the people of Jamaica read the conditions of our roads. We cannot. We cannot allow MarkGolding and the PNP to mislead and spread propaganda to the people of Jamaica. Because as I said before, I don't know, I like to repeat, in 2002, when the PNP implemented the road rehabilitation fund, road maintenance fund, it was intended to maintain the roads of Jamaica, and based on the statement from our Prime Minister and the Parliament, it was insufficient. It never do the work where it's supposed to be done, and the PNP take the money and use that to do something else. And when the PNP borrowed the loan to build the North Coast Highway, it was supposed to cost with $10 billion, $10 to $15 billion. It cost the people of Jamaica $20 billion before it even finished. When the PNP borrowed the loan to build the causeway over Portmore, they put in the contract that the people of Portmore supposed to pay an increase every 3 years. And the government of Jamaica should not rehabilitate and renovate the Mandela Highway so people can have alternative route or alternate route. So when it comes to the PNP not make good policies that benefit the people of Jamaica. The PNP does not make good policies that benefits the people of Jamaica. The PNP policies benefit PNP. The PNP policies benefit PNP. Because another thing about the road maintenance fund that the Prime Minister said, I found it very, very strange. When the road maintenance funds was implemented, the PNP set up a board of directors. Now, disclaimer, I don't know the people that were a part of the board. I don't know them. I don't know who they're affiliated to. Me I left that to owner. Me left that to. Guys, knowing the PNP, me I lead that to. But follow me now. I'm a little 5 minutes on me have left. The Prime Minister said during the PNP time when they implement the road maintenance fund, they created a board of directors. 11 people on the board. Me don't know who the 11 people them. Me don't know who them aligned to. But remember, say a PNP we are deal with, guys. And they had a chairman of that board. And when we the taxpayer pay the money in the fund is being managed by the members of the board. Don't you hear that? The fund that the taxpayer pay, in the money that the taxpayer pay into the fund is being managed by the members of the board with a chairman, right? And in order for an MP to get the road to fix, I mean, by the time they know, a PNP country, guys. Remember that between 2002 and 2006, it was PNP country. So, according to our dear Prime Minister, there was a board of directors and a chairman that managed the money that was put in the fund. And a member of parliament would have to submit. A member of parliament would have to make a submission to the board in order to get the road fixed. Now, guys, can you imagine? No understand why no JLP road never fixed in them time, don't it? No realize why no roads were being fixed. No realize why no roads were being fixed in the time there. So that the Prime Minister was very clear. The Prime Minister said the money in that fund was insufficient. The Prime Minister said the money was not being used to fix the road. And the capping on mentality, the JLP never like it. Because we remember it was Bruce Golding that implement the CDF. Because Bruce Golding never liked the idea where the member of parliament had to go capping on to get money to spend in their constituency. If you're a member of parliament and you're voted in by the people of Jamaica, there must be a mechanism in place for the member of parliament to get funds to work in their constituency. But under the PNP country, everything had to go through 89 Hope Road. Everything. Every single thing. Munchibi, let's talk about the potential debate at some point down the road. What debates, JM? We also need to be smart people to facilitate these debates. No, dear. Oh, JM also fire reach? You talk about the debate for the election. One thing, JM, you ready for election though? Let me tell you something. JM, want me realize. The Broadcasting Corporation of Jamaica, I don't know if you realize that, and if you not pay attention, but the Broadcasting Corporation of Jamaica are the head, are the people who speak on behalf of them, in my opinion. I could be wrong, somebody back me up. Those persons, 90% of the time, come from RJR Media. Allow me to tell? Those persons, 90% of the time, come from RJR Media. That's why I said to the government of Jamaica and to the Andrew Holness government and to the Jamaica Labour Party, we have to set up our own media. We set up our own way to communicate to the people of Jamaica, because everybody see how things are going already over there, over those people place. Everybody see. Don't the Stevie Wonder see? So then the people there is not with us. They're not with us. So while I do agree that if me personally wouldn't want the lady to do the debate, I, she gonna get it, she gonna do it. She's gonna get it. There's nothing we can do about it, because she's classified as a top journalist in the country. Even though we, based on our opinion, she not have no credibility and she partisan. But we know it go already. So we have to prepare ourselves. We have to prepare ourselves, prepare with people, have with facts out there, because the Jamaica Labour Party have a whole heap of things to campaign and a whole heap of things to debate on. It's just to get the right person to be on the debating stage. I don't think we should not participate, because who remember what happened to Sister P when she never participated in the debate in 2015? I don't think we should go down that route, to be honest. I don't think we should go down that route. It never end well for the PNP. It will not end well for us. Our Prime Minister is articulate. Our Prime Minister is smart. Our Prime Minister is educated. Our Prime Minister our Prime Minister can angle himself. We know some angle himself in the Parliament today. When the PNP them rise up against him, we never see. We never see when the PNP rise up against him today. When angle him, the Prime Minister can't angle himself. Him have this. What we want our ministers and our members of Parliament to do is to go out and educate the people them in their constituency. That we want them to continue to do. Walk in a constituency, especially if you're in a rural constituency, walk in the constituency and speak to the farmers and find out what is going on with them. Take for example, guys. Take for example, today when he stood up in the Parliament and him say, "Oh, I spoke to some of the craft vendors in St. Anne, and they told me that since the accident at the pier, it has affected them significantly. It has affected the it has affected the business people significantly. You know, we don't never see him in a Parliament today. We never see MarkGolding. As I said before, the Prime Minister did 2 presentations. He spoke about the restructuring of the pier that was damaged during the accident, and he spoke about the Spark program. And when he was giving the presentation about the pier, MarkGolding stand up and say, when in campaign in a Saint, and when I was in the constituency recently, and I spoke to some of the craft vendors and some of the business community, and they said that due to the damage at the pier, it has affected them significantly, and blah blah. You go and listen, because you know me not listen to MarkGolding. And the Prime Minister had to stand up and remind the people of Jamaica that the Andrew Holness government already putting things in place to help the craft vendors. Remember, the Prime Minister spoke at the conference about not collecting rent from the craft vendors a couple months until they get back on their feet. The Prime Minister had to remind him, and I saw him shut up blam. And these are the things I'm talking about. Anytime when you hear MarkGolding open his mouth and try to mislead or give out misinformation, we have to push back. We have to push back. Because me never done a sentence with him, but you can imagine when go down, go on with. And then him have the audacity to repeat it in the Parliament today. Oh, the pier, due to the damage on the pier, craft vendors are suffering. And our Prime Minister had to remind him that the Andrew Holness administration already put things in place. The Andrew Holness administration is already helping the craft vendors. And so we have to deal with the PNP now, guys. As that is the way we have to deal with the People's National Party. We cannot allow them to go around and spread any misinformation, any false news, any fake news, and mislead the country. Yeah, yes, Jay. We have to go around and like for any policy that the Ministry of Agriculture is doing, the MP have to go around in the constituency, especially the farming constituency, and tell them about it, introduce it to them, help them to benefit. Any policy that the Ministry of Labor and Social Security is doing, tell them about it, help them get onto the program, help them full out farm. We have to do it. We have to. We cannot allow the PNP to go around and spread false news and fake narrative. We can't. Yeah, the PNP is hungry for power. Hungry. Desperate for state power. And they will do absolutely every and anything. Today, the Prime Minister was making a presentation about the drought in the country since 2021. And the first slide that the Prime Minister put up a map of Jamaica to show the drought in the country since 2021 lead up to now. And how the meteorologists them do. Them are going to use the brown, orangish color to represent no rain and the green to represent rain. The amount of rain that will fall, right? And the first slide of the PNP, when the Prime Minister put up, the PNP must not laugh and say, yeah, that's how Jamaica going to look after the election. That's how Jamaica look now. And the Prime Minister said, really? That means that there's going to be drought in the country under the People's National Party. That's what the Prime Minister said. That's what I'm telling you guys, go and watch. Prime Minister was on fire today. The Prime Minister said, really? This chart is representing drought in the country. So are you saying that PNP represent drought? And then when the Prime Minister started put up more chart now gravish and got to 2024 and the beautiful green map showing the amount of greenery in the country and the amount of rain fall, then quiet as a lamb. You saw PNP petty? When you see how PNP petty and the PNP will turn any and everything political, we can't leave anything to chance. We cannot leave anything to chance when it comes to the PNP. That's why the Prime Minister beat and teach them today in a parliament. That's why the Prime Minister beat and teach them today. Yeah, Gravish, they tried to attack the Prime Minister about the Spark program after Philip Palway stood up and gave a presentation and agreed with the Prime Minister that climate change and the cause of rain in the country and everything. After Philip Palway did that, then the PNP forget about that and start to attack the Prime Minister, says that climate change why the road they mash up. That is how the PNP operate. That is how the PNP operate. They will stop at nothing to gain state power. The PNP will twist around anything to fit their narrative. So that is why we cannot leave nothing to chance. We can't leave nothing to chance. We have to continue to speak to the people of Jamaica. We have to continue to have dialogue, to have conversation, no matter how hard it is, no matter how uncomfortable it is. We have to have the conversation with the people of Jamaica and explain to them. We have to explain to the people of Jamaica our policies, our idea, the reason why the government is doing this, and the long-term benefits. We have to. When the Prime Minister was explaining about the rehabilitation of the pier, and the Prime Minister was telling the Parliament and the country that he's gonna build a new dock and everything, and no matter money what we have spent. Here, MarkGolding go ask the Prime Minister. So the Port Authority didn't have insurance, and if not, why not? You know why MarkGolding stand up and ask the Prime Minister that? Because he wanted a gotcha moment. He wanted a talking points to run with. He wanted a statement and something to put in the Gleaner this evening. Oh, there was no insurance at the Port Authority. The government did not insure. But the Prime Minister fixing business. The Prime Minister fixing business most eloquently. Of course, we have insurance. But because the Andrew Holness government has managed the economy so well, we have money set aside for such a time as this. Because the Andrew Holness government managed the money so well and put money aside for disaster, unforeseen disasters like this, we could tap into that money to renovate and rebuild the pier and wait for our insurance money. That could not have happened under the People's National Party. Under the PNP, would have to go beg. Under the PNP, if this had happened under the PNP, we would have to go over America to beg money to rehabilitate our pier. Because there was no money to do nothing under Percival Noel James Patterson. No money at all. Under the PNP, if the US government not give we fuel to send Coast Guard boat out at sea, we couldn't leave under the PNP. So when we hear our Prime Minister in the Parliament today explaining to the people of Jamaica and telling the people of Jamaica that our tax dollars are being spent here and there and used to do these things, it make me feel proud. I don't know about Uno, but it make me feel proud of my government. And it reaffirmed my decision to continue to support the Andrew Holness government. And that is why we have to make sure that we do not put in MarkGolding and the PNP in a power. Here is MarkGolding asking the Prime Minister, so the Port Authority never have insurance. That's how the PNP operate. In a PNP, we wouldn't have no insurance in the first place because there would be no money. And second of all, we would have to go begging and borrowing with cap in hand. That is why under the PNP, Jamaica was the laughing stock of the Caribbean. That is why under the PNP, when US Congress people they say we are come, they say, Lord God, our Jamaica come beg for now. The begging country. And I am so proud of my government. I am so proud of Andrew Holness and Dr. Clark for fixing the economy and put the country in a state where we can now have money to do things in our country. It's a proud feeling. It's a very proud feeling. And these are the things I want us to go out and talk to the people of Jamaica about. These are the things we need to put on Front Street, put on placard, put up so the people of Jamaica can see how our tax dollars are being spent. So thank you, Prime Minister Holness. Thank you, Dr. Clark. Thank you to the government. And we, the people of Jamaica, the member of the Jamaica Labour Party, we, the people of Jamaica, and the member of the Jamaica Labour Party will continue to do everything to make sure that when the election is called, Andrew Michael Holness will get his third term and he can continue to fix the economy, to put more money in security. As we speak, crime is down. Crime is down because of the major investment. Because of the major investment by the Andrew Holness government. Crime is down. Unemployment is down. We're building and renovating more hospitals, police station, health centers, renovating markets, buying more buses. We have to make sure that Andrew Michael Holness get a chance to turn Jamaica into a first world country. It is possible because this is Jamaica and we know so little but we Talawa. We have to make sure we cannot leave absolutely nothing to chance. We cannot allow Mark Golding and the PNP, the no morals and no values and attitude PNP and the Mark Jefferson Golding to form government with this bunch of tapanaris. Yes, JM. As the Prime Minister said, we just need to ensure, yes, that the poorer set of people is feeling the prosperity and is benefiting from the policies of the government. And at the MP have to do that, JM. That's the work of the Member of Parliament. Go house to house, and get it done. House to house. Talk to the people. We have a record of performance to run on. The Jamaica Labour Party have a record of performance to run on in every department, in every area. We have a record of performance to run on every area. We just need to tap into it and go talk to the people of Jamaica. That is all. Not more than that. No, it can't happen no other way. That is it. So, guys, I want to thank you for joining me tonight. I want to thank you for subscribing to my channel. I want to thank you for sharing my life, commenting, and all that you are doing to grow the program. Thank you very much for your support. It is very, very much appreciated. As I said before, since I start live 2 weeks, this make my second week. It's not perfect yet. I not set it up good yet. I don't really have the equipment here to get my thing going. But I go stay with it. I go stick with it and make it better. And to the person that are watching my live and re-watching it, thank you very much. It's not high quality, but the information is there. So I want to thank you for your support. And to the members of the Jamaica Labour Party, person who watch my video, who subscribe to my channel, thank you very, very much. Every night, I try to come here and I try to discuss the things that are going on in our country, the policies of the Jamaica Labour Party, and the promises and the propaganda from the MarkGolding-led People's National Party. I try to explain to the people of Jamaica the difference between prosperity, policies, and the difference between promises, propaganda, misinformation, and desperation. So thank you very much. As I said before, every night, guys, me tell you something. Even if 10 people come over here and watch me at night time, me appreciate it and me thank you very much. So even if you're not tired for hear me tell you no, at night time the same thing, I'm gonna say it all the time. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your support, and see you tomorrow at 8 p.m. where we're gonna have this discussion all over again. And to the people them who always tell me what they want me to talk about, 90% of the people them me know up here so have my number, because me in about 100 group. So if you don't have a topic you don't want me to discuss, I don't want, send it to me in my WhatsApp. Tell me the information. Me do my own research as usual. And me can talk about it because it's not one topic. Me can talk about anything. So just send me the information through my WhatsApp and we can discuss it tomorrow. When I go home, I'm going to set up my program properly where we can have people join me on my live. We're gonna have that thing where we can have people join me in my live and we can have discussion amongst each other where we can share ideas, share policies, and we just spread the news and spread the information and continue to pray for our Prime Minister and continue to hold on to our Prime Minister and make sure so when the election is called, Andrew Michael Holness is returned to government. And really, JM, you mean we can't put my WhatsApp number here, so but JM, you're in a group. Come on, JM. Who in a group with JM? A lot of people in here so in a group with me. And them know my number. A lot of person. Whoever in a group with me, please to give me number to JM. And JM, please to, if you're not in any of the group, join on a group here with see my number. As a matter of fact, JM, send me a message. Send me a message by Messenger. When my live is finished, send me a message on Messenger and me will send you my number, okay? So again, as I said before, thank you guys for your support. Send me, whoever not have my number, send me a message on Messenger and we'll send it to you. Thank you very much for your support and good night.